That sounds like insider trading, because he says inside information, so insider trading. And he goes, shh, 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 shh. So I am deep undercover here. I'm running a covert operation to see if I can get to the bottom of the WhatsApp Facebook scam group. So I send this guy a message. I say, he's pretending to be me. I say, hi Ross, is this you? And he says, hello, my friend. How can I help you? Game on. The hunter becomes the hunted. And I say, I'm so excited to learn how to start trading. You know, like I would say if I was chatting with me. And he says, before telling you my strategies, I need to ask you a few questions. And I'm like, oh, okay. He says, have you ever traded stocks before? And at this point, I think I know where he's going with this. What I think he's going to do is he's going to say, you know, the reason you're not making money is because you're trading stocks. You need to join my crypto scam. He's not going to call it a scam, but that's what he's going to say. That's what I think, because I've seen this in some of these other threads. So I say, yes, I've tried, but I'm not very good. So he says, did the stocks you trade before generally make you a loss or make you a profit? And I said, I lost. So then he says, can you tell me approximately how much money you lost? And again, I don't want to lie to him. So I'm like, well, my first big loss was about $15,000, which is true. It was trading a penny stock. And then I had some profits, and I'm being vague because I don't want to lie. And he goes, well, because I will develop different trading strategies based on people's different situations. And I'm like, okay. So I'm getting a little confused about where he's going with this. So I'm like, then I had a few more losses. And he's like, what's the approximate total? And I said, well, I definitely, the first, 15,000, then I made some and then I lost some. So maybe 30,000. I'm being really vague. And he goes, okay, I already understand your general situation. Now let me tell you how my profit plan works. I'm like, oh, okay, great. He says, I recommend about 5 to 8 big rising stocks every month, about 1 to 2 a week. The profits on these stocks are about 15% to 50% or even higher. And I say, that is perfect. He says, I'll make an investment plan based on your funds. Can you tell me how much money you are prepared to use to participate? And I say, well, I can trade with my $25,000 account. This was a little bit of a lie because I could invest more, but I'm not going to, I have to be careful that I don't get tricked, right? This is when they get into your head, they're very good at what they do. Next thing you know, I'm going to be wiring 100 grand to this guy because I'm going to get fooled. So I have to be very careful. Okay. So then there was a message that was deleted. I don't know. I don't remember what that was. That was on his side. And he says, okay, let's start our first collaboration next week. During the week, I will prepare the plan and give it to my assistant. There are some precautions, please keep in mind. And I'm like, okay, great. So you'll tell me what to trade? And he says, the stocks I recommend are obtained through inside information. Please do not tell others about it. And I say, oh my goodness, that sounds like insider trading, because he says inside information, so insider trading. And he goes, shh, 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 shh. And he says, I will let you know when and at what price to buy when I receive the news starting next week, and when and at what price it will be sold. And I say, wow, you make it sound so easy. And he says, let us wait and see. Making money is not as complicated as you think. Now, if you have any questions, ask me. And I say, I have no questions. I will await further instructions. Now, that's where we end right now. I haven't received my first piece of inside information. Now, here's what I think is going on. Now this could be a language barrier, because he doesn't speak English as a first language. I'm quite certain of that. So this could be a language barrier where he's saying this is, obtained through inside information, so you got to keep it hush hush. Maybe. Or maybe he's actually saying this is obtained through insider information, which is then to make me feel that I'm complicit in committing a crime. So when I lose money, which I will, I'm sure, I won't report him to the cops. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure which is which yet. But that's kind of where I think this is going. And so this seems to me to be a pump and dump scheme where he's going to tell me the names of stocks. I mean, I'm assuming that's what's going to come next. Is I'm going to get the name of a stock. He's going to say buy this, and I'm going to pull up the chart, and you're going to see it's already moved up a lot, and it's probably all the insiders, you know, who are buying shares or whatever, and it's just going to go up, and as soon as I get in, it's going to drop. That's my guess. Now, the problem, obviously, there's multiple problems here, but one of the problems is that he's pretending to be me, and there are people out there who fall for this. They think that I'm texting them on WhatsApp, which I would never do, but they think that's me. And so he's making me look obviously terrible. So what I want to do is, for those that are interested, I want to kind of walk you through and expose the amount of the scam that I've so far uncovered. Okay, so let's jump onto the screen share. Let me show you where it begins. So this begins with a Facebook advertisement. So this right here that you see on my screen, this is a screenshot I got on my phone. This is an actual real ad that somebody is running. This is a fake account. That's not me. That's not my account. It's a fake account, but it looks like me. He's taken one of my pictures and he's saying, I asked ChatGPT to make me a day trading strategy. And, you know, this is like a video I made. So they are running advertising campaigns. Advertising campaigns cost money to run. And it costs money especially to target, you know, people in the United States who are, you know, interested in trading. You know, it's less money to run a campaign in some developing countries, but that's not who he's targeting. This advertisement came on my phone because he's targeting people like me. I'm the demographic of a potential trader. So the fact that they are running ad campaigns tells me they're making enough money that they're actually able to spend money on the campaigns. Because some of the other scams that are going on right now, I mean, there's a bunch of them, but some of them are just people sending messages on social media. And a lot of these people, this is really sad, but there was a really interesting report about this on the news the other day about these scams that are running in Myanmar. And they're run by, some of them are run by Chinese gangs. And there was this guy they interviewed who, or maybe this was the New York Times I was reading. Anyways, there was this guy that was interviewed and he was recruited by a recruiter to work a job. I think as a translator. And he was living in China and the job was in Thailand. So he flew to Thailand and then they brought him to his new job and they actually smuggled him, I don't know how you say, trafficked him across the border of Thailand into Myanmar, into a compound with barbed wire, razor wire fence, everything, and he became a prisoner. He actually became a slave in a way for this gang, and his job was to sit every single day with like 100 phones in front of him, just sending messages to people, trying to get them to send them money, to send them Bitcoin, to fall for the Bitcoin scam, or to send them gift cards and stuff like that. So, but those scams, you know, they're not spending money on ads. This is different. So there's a lot of scams out there, but this particular one, they're actually running an ad. Now, these fake accounts have to be manually reported to Facebook. Facebook doesn't have any system, so it seems, that automatically blocks them. So just last week, we've been reporting these pretty much every week. So just last week, there were 92 new imposter accounts pretending to be me that we reported to Facebook. And the system of reporting is like super, it takes a lot of time. It's not easy. And it feels like they kind of don't care. And they're obviously making some money on these ads, right? These guys are paying Facebook to run these ads. So it begins with running an ad. The ad then goes, the second step of the ad, step one is it sends people from here into a WhatsApp group. So this says, take your first day trading course for free. And it has, you know, blah, 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 blah. And this right down here, when you click on it, sends you into this WhatsApp group. So this was the WhatsApp group. Now we report these to WhatsApp as well. WhatsApp doesn't seem to do anything about them. And the problem just continues to get bigger and bigger. So it sends you into a WhatsApp group run by the scammers who are impersonating me. But listen, I mean, I'm not the only one this is happening to. I'm sure there's a lot of other people, traders, successful people who have imposters who have kind of built these, I don't know what you would call them, these scams around them. I'm just one of those people. And really the real victims here are the people who are losing their money, who are falling for it. I mean, it looks bad. it's not great. I don't like having this. It doesn't look good that there's all these imposter accounts, but it's really the people that fall victim to it that are the victims, the ones that lose the money. So step 2, it sends you into this WhatsApp group. Step 3, they feed you into one of multiple people running fake profiles. So this one says, new friends, if you want to get the latest high quality stock information, please click on the tutor's business card, right? So this is my business. This is the one that she gave me. So I'm sure for every different person in here, you know, when someone logs into the group, they delete these messages and then they give you, you know, they probably have dozens of people like this person that I end up talking to who just sit there scamming people all day long. So I send him a message, right? So, and then that's where I send him the message, and that's where the conversation with him began on my phone. So from there, I send him that message, and, you know, we start this conversation, and he's telling me, you know, asking me all these questions and this and that. And like I said, at the very beginning, I really thought that this was going to go into, you know, the cryptocurrency thing. So one of the other scammers that I was talking to, because I'm trying to, you know, figure out what's going on with all these guys, he wanted me to open an account on a dummy website, and this dummy website, it's not even a real website. It's a fake website, and you open an account, you deposit money, and it shows you a balance, and then they start increasing the balance. The balance starts going up, 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 up. This is called they call it pig fattening. So they make you think you're making money, and then they're going to slaughter you. And so what they do is they tell you to add more money, keep adding money. But the system won't let you withdraw because it's not a real account. There's no money in it. It's just showing a pretend number. And then, of course, if you try to withdraw, it'll say error, error, and then they ghost you. And that's it. And, you know, this is happening, and it's costing Americans billions of dollars a year. The most recent report was that it's costing billions of dollars a year because some people are falling for it. Now, this is one of the things that frustrates me because I try to be really clear with people. Like, I will never message you on WhatsApp. I will never message you on Telegram. I'm never going to tell you to buy crypto stock. Or cryptocurrencies. I'm never going to ask you to invest in cryptocurrency. I do not invest on behalf of anyone, any of our members, any of our students, anyone. We all trade our own money. So, you know, if you got a message and someone said, hey, you know, Ross, hey, I'm Ross, you know, send me your money. That's a scam. That's a scam. And it's great to report them. You can report these profiles, but as soon as you report them, they have bots and there's 100 new ones instantly. So ultimately, it is the platform providers that need to get on top of this. I mean, we can only do so much reporting individual accounts. They're so prolific. The number of these scammers and the different variations of them. Just the other day, within maybe 5 minutes, there were about 100 comments on my YouTube channel that were all pumping this cryptocurrency. I don't know which one it was, but you know, I saw it, I blocked that one, and then I got rid of all of them. But it was within minutes. It was like boom, 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 boom. They just all came flooding in because they're running some kind of bot, you know, some kind of algorithm that just floods all these channels. So while I'm currently waiting for my first trade alert from this WhatsApp Facebook scammer, I did get a message of recent trades. And so I was kind of looking into these. I was like, all right, up, you know, wheels up. I'm like, okay, you know, BCBA. I don't think I was able to pull that one up, but ZVRA and FTFT. You know, I looked at these and I was like, well, none of these look like pump and dumps to me. You know, these aren't OTC. Well, I'm not sure what this one is, but they're not OTC stocks. So I actually don't think I just got into the, you know, scam group. So I don't know that they actually send out these alerts. I think this might be a made up track record that they're sending so that when they send the next one out, it's going to be like, well, look at our track record last time. But my guess is that these weren't actually alerts because I don't think that doesn't really make sense to me. It doesn't add up. I looked at the charts of them and, you know, up, wheels up. I mean, what's the float on wheels up? 10 million share float. So, you know, yeah, it did make this big move back here, but it was on decent volume. I mean, was that whole thing part of a, you know, Chinese gangs pump and dump? I don't know. I don't really think so. FTFT, you know, this one's a 13 million share float. I don't think so. I hadn't heard anything about, and I don't know that I would, but I'm not sure about that. So as of right now, I can't say for sure, you know, like if they actually sent these out as alerts. So I'm just kind of sitting and waiting for the alert to come in. And I don't know, you know, I don't know that, I'm not sure. I'm trying to kind of see what's going to happen before I report this profile. But honestly, even reporting, it's not going to do anything. I mean, it probably won't. It never seems to. I've reported a million of these. Nothing really seems to happen. Nothing really changes. They just go away and then they come back. So this is an area where I think probably the main goal of this episode is to give you, you know, the PSA. All right. I will never ask you to invest in a crypto account. I do not invest on behalf of our students or members. I do not private message anyone on WhatsApp or Telegram. All right. So these are just things that I will not ever do. So if you get those kind of messages, you just have to know that those are not coming from me. And most recently, I have been spotted on a dating website. I know, but it wasn't me. I'm being used as the catfish. I don't know what it is, what it's called when, you know, I'm the fish. I'm being put out as the good looking fish. And listen, so the woman sent me a message and said, I thought I was talking to you, you know, on a dating app. And listen, she's got great taste in men. I can't fault her for that. But I had to break the news that it was not me. But she started to get suspicious when, I began asking her to send me gift cards. So, you know, I'm not on any of those apps, and I'm never going to ask you to send me a gift card either. You know, what I might ask is for you to hit the thumbs up and for you to subscribe to the channel, but that's about it. So you know, this was a first. Anyway, so we send a message to the dating app website, and I'm sure they get that all the time, though, right? I mean, there's a show about it, so people catfishing a lot. You know, this is a thing that happens. I didn't expect that my face would be used. I mean, part of me thinks like I should have known it would happen eventually, because with a face like this, like it's going to happen, and a body like this too. But I think it's important to recognize that you have to be vigilant and you have to stay alert. And I hope you guys share this with some friends, because if it doesn't happen with, you know, a scam with me, it could happen with someone else, especially, you know, people that are vulnerable, people that are, you know, in a situation where they are desperate, they really need money, or, you know, they're lonely, or, you know, like these things can happen and it can be really embarrassing. So my hope is that we can stamp this out, and we can continue reporting the profiles, and we can continue to put out episodes like this of spreading awareness, so you guys know about it, so none of you become the next victim, and so you prevent your friends from becoming the next victim. And, you know, the more we do that, you know, if we all tell 6 people and they all tell 6 people, then these gangs are going to lose their funding, they're going to lose their money, and that's it. You know, I was thinking about an episode of like meeting my scammer face to face, but you know, this is like serious. This isn't just like someone, you know, down the road who's just being kind of like a troll. This is organized crime, ultimately. I mean, it's pretty organized. They've got a real thing that they're doing here, and they're targeting Americans because I guess we have more money. I think originally this gang was operating mostly inside China, targeting Chinese people, nationals, and then I don't know if they got shut down there in some way, but apparently it's a real problem. So anyways, I hope this is helpful for you. I hope it makes you more aware of what's going on. If you didn't check out my first episode on Scam Alert, that I'll post a link to at the end of this video, probably up in the corner, so you could check that out. And unfortunately, I have a feeling that this probably won't be the last episode. There's probably going to be another one coming soon. We'll see what happens with this guy. Obviously, I'm not protecting his phone number. I don't have any reason to. So, you know, he's probably going to be on to me as soon as this video gets posted, but I'm going to try to find the next one. And maybe I'll get something back from this guy. Maybe he won't find out. But if he does, I'll be on to the next one, and I'll keep you guys posted on what happens. All right, so stay alert, stay vigilant, be careful, and I hope you thumbs up, subscribe, and share this episode with some friends. All right, stay safe. I'll see you guys soon.